Hi guys, so if you watched the previous video where I went through a small box and then binders, I said I would do a video of some of the bulk, if anybody wants to see me kind of sorting through bulk. There's quite a bit of it. This is the light side box, and then there's dark side box. My plan to I'm gonna go fast and try not to stop very often because I do want to just sort through and kind of get a general idea of what's in here. But I have not been through any of this stuff yet, so I will be seeing it the first time, going through it with you guys. Set this box over here on the chair that weighs like 30 pounds. Okay. Sorry about the dead time. I'm not going to stop at every rare. I may randomly pull out rares. I don't remember every rare, but this is just bulk, and I'm trying to keep the video time down. A lot of the same card. It's not really sorted. It's like it's sorted, was mostly sorted by maybe just card type at one point. And then it's just got jumbled around. Oh, I guess I should go ahead. If you are watching for the first time and you didn't watch the first part of the video, I recently bought a collection. And I'm just kind of down going through the stuff. I don't really know what all's in here. There were some cards. Oh, no. There were some cards that were missing in the binders. Where there were supposed to be full sets. And so he thought there might be some in here. Let's start over. So I kind of have to go through these cards. There's a rare. I don't know why I haven't just made a Starfighter deck yet, but I keep telling myself I want to. I just don't do it. Just basically like starfighters with their pilots. Probably gonna have to throw some capital ships in and maybe some X-wings and Y-wings. But I also kind of like I want to find. I've got a group. We're getting together tomorrow to play in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So if you're in Oklahoma and you want to join, we're trying to get together quite a bit. Oh, that's a lot of Krillin Corvettes. but maybe I can get somebody to. I'm partial to Imperials, so maybe we can just have like a space battle, but very minimal effects, interrupts, and stuff, like just old school slugfest. It's been a long time, so that may not, it sounds fun in my head, but maybe a terrible time. Have a little bit of downtime in between. Maybe pulling cards. I don't know how far my camera goes over, but I'll pull them out of one row. All of them out of one row. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip through this. This is locations. I know there's some good locations, though they're just not as fun to find. Skipping over it, and there's probably going to be like 10 Obi-Wan's huts and throne rooms and saw Alder and got excited, and then I realized this is the light side box. Blaster deflection. So many locations. So far, I've pulled a spiral out. There are so many of these cards, like Rectina, which I've never been great at building decks myself. These, there's just so many devices, and there's just so many cards that are just absolutely worthless. Jedi lightsaber. We're gonna see any Obi-Wan lightsabers in here. What else are Jedi lightsaber? Trying to think what else is. It's a rare. I don't think there's much else that's really good. Oops. I don't know. Got too many cards, I can't hold them right. I can see what I'm sifting through, but I don't know if it's going to show up. Like if I'm going too fast and it's just going to be completely useless for anybody to watch. Hope not, but. It is by card type, so I may. Let's see how long are we going? 11 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I think I'm just going to skip to. I've already done ships. I'll finish up these. Oh, I got a Tarkin Seeker. An unlimited Tarkin Seeker. Well, that's going to make it all worthwhile. I'm just sifting through to see what I can find. I'm not going to go through the effects. We'll start on the characters. A special edition here. Cabe. I used to like playing with Cabe. Still on special edition. I know I've been going by rares. I'm not mentioning it. I don't even really have a system. I'm just going until I see a card that I want to pull out. Kind of have a system for sorting later on. But what's kind of happened is I've ended up with several sets of sorting done. So I sort everything into, by type, set, etc. But what ends up happening is over several months, I'll wait till I have a lot of stuff to sort. I'll sort it and then put it in boxes. And then the next time I do it, I put those in a box. Still haven't, so I've got like several different iterations, I guess, of sorting that I'm gonna have to all merge together. And I'm just going head first into collecting again. I'm still relatively new back into Star Wars CCG. Man, a lot of special edition. I don't even know what I'm looking for in special edition. I guess maybe Ben Kenobi. Princess Organa, or I guess isn't there a wedge? I think I'm almost out of special edition. My system for sorting is getting my wife to help me. We sit down and watch a TV show or something, and she does puzzles a lot, and so she, not knowing anything about this game, I can give her a stack, and she kind of enjoys sorting them into sets and then into card types and then alphabetically, because she gets to do herself a little mini puzzle. Jawas, so many Jawas. There's a Biggs. Looks like we're into A New Hope now. So here, I'd be looking for Chewbacca's and R2-D2s. Oh, out of A New Hope. So, these are actually kind of sorted. One of the things I was missing was Commander Luke Skywalker from Hoth that was not in the binder. A lot of droids. You can kind of see the difference. This one's more red and this one's more blue. Maybe I need to put myself in airplane mode when I do this. Just recording with my phone. Well, I mean, there's a hobby. Been a little bit disappointing, honestly. Ran into some pockets of rares, but dried up pretty quick. They're really not even useful rares or good rares. I never understood the Dagobah, just like useless creatures like this guy. I just never used them. And I was pretty young though, so I'm not sure I really got real heavy into the strategy and understanding how to play. I think I've said this before. I don't know if in this video, but the local game shop I played at was mostly just Magic. They had other stuff and sold other stuff, and some people would play on Friday Night Magic, but it was mainly Magic, and I don't, like, there were no tournaments, and he wasn't like a rules person. So it was always kind of just making up your own rules. Definitely did not have the internet to look stuff up. Okay, that is it for the right side. Let me put the lid back on it, and that took a little bit too long. I am going to get the dark side stuff out. I think I'm just going to go through maybe shift some characters and see how, if there's time, or if it's not running real long, then I might get into I think the guy that I got this collection from is a Rebel player, because this stuff is not organized. Let me see if I can find a good pocket of some stuff. Oof. It's rough. Come on, Darth Vader. Let's just see about 10 or 12 Darth Vaders in a row. Did not happen. There's some rares though. I always liked this guy. Wasn't great, but they all can't be great. I think I've seen online people making musician decks. And I think there's some specific either interrupts or effects targeting musician. But I've never played one, never. Or I always thought he was rare. I think basically anything that was unique I thought was rare. I don't know if you can see the color difference in this, but those two Woohers, one of them is the blue version. So much darker. And the black 3. One of my favorite games, computer games, was, of course, the TIE Fighter. I know there are different versions of them, but the TIE Fighter Collector's Edition. And I think later on, maybe not even too many years ago, I got X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. But yeah, man, that TIE Fighter game was awesome. I remember at one point getting the sorry, I'm just kind of flipping through, see if there's anything else, any other pockets, stuff I can look through. But the TIE Fighter game, I used to play, and I would get the, you could play as a, sorry, I'm kind of distracted. You could play as a TIE Defender, and they had ion cannons on them. And I remember I always, like, you could disable vehicles, and I think there's parts of the game where you were supposed to disable them instead of destroying them for certain missions. So it's supposed to be in there. But I have always, like ever since that game, had this desire for like pirate games. Because I guess when I was playing it, like I envisioned myself as kind of a pirate, really. Like disabling vehicles and then wishing I could take off their stuff. And I think from the Star Wars books that I read, you know, when I was younger, Talon Card having his own little outpost on a planet, and that kind of just called to me, I guess. And I always wanted a space game that you could be a pirate. And I haven't played it. I just don't have much time anymore. Wish I had the time I used to play games, but just don't. And that Starfield game that came out, I played that a little bit. And it was kind of neat, like, you know, on a smaller scale. Which I probably played that game for maybe 40 hours and haven't played it in several months. But it is so vast. It's just so big, and there's so much to do. And I know I've only touched a fraction of the game. I hated like cheats when I was younger, and I just like I hated them. The older I've gotten, the less time I have for stuff, though. Like I found some guy posting some way you can set up some outpost and sleep and do all this stuff to where you can get tons of resources, and then you build a crafting station, and like you could find planets that had all of the materials in one area, which I never did that, but I found it within like 50 yards. So I do have to I had to set up 2 camps and then like right next to each other and run from one to the other, but it's still really quick. I'm able to craft and level up and then kind of play the game the way it was probably not meant to play, but kind of the same way with Mountain Blade 2, if anybody's ever played that. I played Mountain Blade a long time ago when it first came out. Amazing game, which by the way, I haven't seen it in a long time, but you know, you can mod Mountain Blade pretty easily. And I remember there was a Star Wars version of Mountain Blade that I played for a while. But so Mountain Blade 2 came out, and I may only have like 10 hours a week at the max to be able to sneak in and go play some games. And it's just not a lot you can, it takes so long. Like, I think I have one gameplay on Mountain Blade where there's probably 80 hours, and it's only, like, that I've played, and I've only, I don't know, gone like 5 years in the game. I'm just seeing, this is a bunch of special edition stuff. Let me see if I can find another section of some New Hope stuff. There's some Hoth, a bunch of Stormtroopers. It may be better for me to end this video pretty soon, and then once I've got everything sorted, come back through and talk about all the rares of it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Imperial class Star Destroyers and 2 Victory class Star Destroyers. These are in pretty good condition too. Normally the ones I find anymore are just so beat up, because everybody, like when the game first came out, everybody was like, oh my gosh, I have an Imperial class Star Destroyer. I didn't use sleeves when I first started playing. It was like buy a $10 thing of sleeves or buy 4 packs of cards. So I bought cards. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will keep doing this. And if you watch, thank you. If you don't watch, well, I guess hope you'll watch the next one. Thanks. Bye.